This is Secret Universe, a game created by Feodoric, with 127 secrets, and only 126 have been discovered. Why? Well, that's because of one specific puzzle. But what is Puthing Around? To keep it straightforward, it's an obvious reference to the Puths board and the late endless secrets. It's essentially the same board, with the differences being the numbers being letters, and of course the solution. Secret Universe was released all the way back in August last year, and yet this secret hasn't been solved. Until now. After months and months of mental torture, has the 4x4 grid we all know and love been finally beaten? By right, yes, if this hadn't been added to the game, but we'll get back to that later. As for now, how did we get here? In Feodoric's most recent video, he utilizes a glitch that allows him to walk through walls, better known as
no clip.
Using this glitch, he places a note outside the map at floor 42 of a dream you've had before, and teases that it could be something interesting. Now, I don't think it's shocking that this something refers to a hint at Puthing Around. Seems that Gagag had realized this, considering I'm bad at naming things. One of the members posted a YouTube short a few days after its release. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention that I've done 0% of solving mentioned in this video. I'm simply documenting. I did try to theorize a few ideas, but none of them worked, so I just joined going insane with the rest of the community. Okay, continue. The YouTube short includes the note with the title, Confluence. This will be important later. But for now, let's focus on the note. This seems to depict an island of some sort, and the dots will quickly connect it as another Gagag member discovers the origin of the image. Nowhere. Not literally, I mean the game Nowhere. A game where you leave messages in a bottle and other players have the chance of stumbling upon them as they wash up on shore. Now that we know where to look, the main issue comes into play. The messages are completely random, and it's essentially up to luck whether or not this potential secret note could be found. But considering the dedication of the community, it's no surprise that they tried it anyway. This gave birth to the Puthing Around community, a Discord server dedicated to document any notes relating to Feodoric or John NoClip1234. But first, we need to assume the fact that this puzzle is solvable without these recent hints that Feo has been leaving behind. But with the note not being found yet, this could very well be where the answer is hidden. Yet that sounds so far-fetched. What could Noah have to do with the Puths board? What if this just leads to another hint that leads to another wild goose chase? What if Feo's just trolling? The only thing we could do is to keep searching. But as the time goes by, it seems like finding Feo's notes won't be so hard after all. Within a couple hours, there has been 4 notes left by Feodoric documented. 4 because one was a fake by the Death Eagle. However, these notes were all from years ago, and the information within them seems to have no linkage to Puths, so the likelihood of any of them being hints is extremely low. But then, almost 24 hours later, the real note will be revealed on the Discord. Remember the title of the painting? If you use Confluence as the key, the string decodes to... the first letter of Puthing Around is T! You know what, considering what the community has done, this is probably the best bet. But, as expected, nothing happened. People are now more actively trying at Puths, that's for sure, but it's apparent that none of us got any closer to solving the puzzle. Until about 18 hours after the note was revealed on the Discord. Feodoric would surprise us with one final hint.
This puzzle has been seen by hundreds of thousands of people, and not one of them has been able to solve it. It is called Puthing Around. Not one person has been able to solve this, but today I am gonna tell you exactly how to solve this puzzle. So the way to solve Puthing Around is actually pretty simple. All you have to do is just use the eternity code from Artemis Fowl on the crossword.
What? Was this an actual hint or was this a complete joke? At the time it was pretty difficult to tell. People were scrambling to find anything related to the book. Is Eternity Code a real thing? Or just one big final troll by Feodoric to mess with us once more? These suspicions would go on in both the Puths Discord and Vocational. Until... what happened? It could have just been leaked by an exploiter, considering how the Discord account was created the exact same date the code was leaked. But considering Feo's expertise in exploiting, I'm sure he's already put measures in place to ensure stuff like that won't happen. What I believe really happened is that somebody from a solving team didn't want to take fault for leaking it out to the public, but did so anyway because of what appears after you input the code. The anti-chud. After getting the code right, this pop-up appears, tasking you to guess a random word from the Oxford Dictionary? I guess really anything can be a secret now, huh? Considering that this anti-cheat was only added recently, this means that Puthing Around was in fact solvable beforehand. So that begs the question, what was the actual solution? So why did this puzzle take so long to solve? I don't think anyone thought of connecting the colors of the trusses to Ito, let alone thinking of eternity code. Personally, I found myself too fixated on the board itself instead of what was around it, like the trusses in the crossword. It still feels so weird that this puzzle has finally been solved. A puzzle that had its difficulty adjusted twice due to being the last one to get solved. Hell, it isn't actually 100% solved just because of the anti-cheat. But that's why I want you.
I want you to join Secret Universe. Get hunting.
And maybe we can solve Puthing Around. Thanks for watching.
Secret Universe is a game with a lot of different stuff going on. Would you look at that? And we enter, we can see